2018, specifically spring 2018, which means it's the NYX Face Award. My look this year is kind of this wilderness fairy creature, and the idea behind this is kind of this skeletal dead tree representing winter and this beautiful new foliage coming out for spring. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, you could be smart and kind of build this like a crown and then put on your wig and crown, but instead I decided I was going to pin all these things to my head, which seemed like a good idea at the time, but halfway through it became not a good idea. Anyways, go ahead and start outlining your skull with brown body paint and then roughly fill it in. I'm then taking a brush and kind of doing these broad brush strokes around the skull so it's not perfect. I want it to look like it's snapped off wood chunks. I'm then just taking a really fine detail brush and going in with a darker body paint and putting lines around the face. This is going to give you that nice wood texture, and you can go as thick and thin with these as you would like. I would just recommend to stay a little bit on the thin side to begin with, since things will start blurring together really fast if your lines are way too thick. Now this is looking pretty flat right now, so I'm taking a brown eyeshadow, which is kind of the same color as the lines here, and I'm going in and adding that to some of the lines. This is going to give you some more depth and give you a little more texture. And don't worry about staying within the skull area because we're going to outline everything in black a little bit later, so you can be as messy here as you would like. Now, to help to make the sockets look a little more prominent in this look, I'm going ahead and adding a little bit of that shadow below them to kind of help give that socket shape like you see in normal skull makeups. But don't go too crazy here, you still want it to look very tree-like. Now for the most satisfying part of this entire makeup, filling in all those areas with black body paint. I'm going in with a really fine brush again and kind of adding a lot of detail. I want it to look like this wood has really splintered, and take your time through this area because you really want to just add that character to this look. I'm also adding some splintering throughout the rest of the face, so go ahead and add as many as you would like. Once you got everything outlined, go ahead and fill in the rest of your face completely black. I really love asymmetric makeup, so I'm going to go ahead and remove part of the cheekbone on the one side. I'm also going to have the nose splintered more on that side as well. Once you're happy with your skull, we're going to go ahead and take a fine brush again and do some light brush strokes around all the edges. This is going to help give the illusion of more splintered wood. Now, you can't live in the forest and not have some bugs munching on your face, so I'm going to do some dotting motions around some of the face to give the illusion that termites have been eaten away in that area. Now, we can't have all the shadow without some light, so I'm taking some white body paint and adding highlights around all the edges. I'm also running a little bit of it around my face as well, as I want to add some more texture and color. Yes, this is the face I make when I put on false lashes. It's really nice. I'm taking some of that eyelash glue and applying it around my face and then sticking on some moss to match my hair. Make sure you use eyelash glue or something like Prozade. Do not just put random adhesives on your face. Make sure they are skin and body safe. The process on the chest is exactly the same as you did on your face. First, you're going to throw down that tan body paint. You're going to then throw on those darker brown lines before fluffing some of them out with eyeshadow. After that, you're going to outline everything in black and then fill in your body before putting in all those lovely little details. After that, you're then going to put in the highlights and then the termite-eaty bits. And finally, we're going to apply more moss onto the chest. I ended up packing more onto my face because I wanted it to look a little more dense. And that's it. That's this fairy goddess, Mother Nature inspired look. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up or leave a comment down below so I know what to do next. I hope to see you back here again. Bye bye!